Okay, I'm going live in 4 minutes, honey. It's going to be a short one. Oh, yeah, it's a good idea. Thanks. Definitely gets hot.
The plates aren't too hot. You just get the old stuff.
Yeah, they're not so bad.
Uh-huh.
But it looks good, right?
Yeah, do you want one on this side of your face or?
If I buy another one, but for now, this works.
Okay, have a good show.
Thanks, honey. Wish me luck.
You get your coffee and stuff?
Yeah, thanks. And here we go. Hello. Hi, welcome. Welcome to the Patty Rose Show. I'm Patty Rose, and I am on a mission to inspire, motivate, and empower you to live your best life and to build the business of your dreams. And this is because I do believe that dreams can come true. I have actually experienced dream come true moments in my life, which I talk about in different episodes. And my goal is to inspire you to find those moments in your life, to look at the path you've been on and see how all the different things that you've done in your life can lead you to the place that you've always I go like this, right? Mind, heart, wanted to be. And to build the business that you know that you were put on this earth to share, right? Your creative zone of genius, your multi-passionate uniqueness, all of you that makes you so you and special. So I'm going to say, why don't you grab your favorite drink? You know, I have to have my coffee, and I have my cortado today. I'm loving it today. I have oat milk. I'm trying to get back off dairy. I was off dairy for almost a year, and it was really, really felt good. And then I went back on dairy because, that's just something I ended up doing. And so now I'm back on my oat milk and making my way off dairy. It's a little bit of a process. So once you grab your drink, do me a favor, give me a hello in the comments. Tell me your name, where you're from, and what you're drinking. I'm having coffee, but it's 5 o'clock somewhere, so you may have something else that you want to talk about. So I have a couple of fun announcements that I'm going to share with you later on in the show. I hope you'll stick with me. In the meantime, we're in the wellness series. The wellness series, because this month is October. Oh, this month is October. This month is August, and it's such a great time to slow down. A lot of the world, the society tends to slow down for the month of September, and it's a great time to reconnect so that you can recharge and reset, right? So all of these things that we do so that we can hit the ground running. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about different ways we can do that. And I'm also going to make those announcements later on. So stick with me. In the meantime, let me check into my my settings here and see if I have any comments. I do have comments. Here's one from David, who's getting his cappuccino. I would have made you one if I had time. Okay, so like I said, if you're here, drop in your name and tell me where you're from and what your favorite beverage is, what you're drinking now. And if you're watching the replay, just put in #replay and I will get notified, and it can help me see your comments so that we can still continue the conversation even after the live. So if you're just tuning in and it happened to be the replay, I hope you enjoy the show. Stick with us and hit #replay so that we can continue the conversation. So I was talking to you about August. I said October, but we're talking actually about the month we're in, which is August, and how August tends to be a month for reconnecting and rejuvenating and resetting. So, it's so important to find the time to let go, and there are so many different ways we can do this with a wellness mindset. And these things always help in your business. They always help with clarity and the mind, heart, body connection. Taking a step back and taking time away is a really, really healthy way to approach your wellness. It's a really, really beautiful self-care to honor that. And sometimes it has to be, put upon us. I almost said forced. I don't like the word forced, but yeah, kind of forced, like a forced savings, like put on us. The universe makes this happen. This just happened for me when we were away in Maine. So we often go to an island off the coast of Maine, and it's absolutely beautiful and serene and calm, and I still work, right? I do my work while I'm there. I tend to do more journaling and meditation and coffee on the deck, taking in the view and the nature, but I do still work. And so the thing about Bustin's Island is that there's this real hit or miss for internet connection. And my whole business is based on the internet connection, right? Like I do a lot off the internet, but the most of it is getting what I do onto the internet and sharing it with you and helping my clients do the same. So if I don't have an internet connection, I have trouble doing my business. So when I go to Buston's Island, there's this hit or miss. And it took me a couple of years to kind of just understand that this is how it is. And this year in particular, it was more of a miss. Like they just had some real connection issues this year, and I wasn't able to do my live show last week. I mean, I literally pressed the button and it said, there is no connection. So you couldn't even do, sometimes on Facebook Live, you can do a recording, right? You can hit live, and if you're not connected to the internet, it will record you and then upload you into live state as soon as it gets the connection. It wouldn't even allow that. So my whole point of telling you this story is that, you know what? You have to take some acceptance with it, right? I gave it a really good shot. I gave it the time and effort into making it happen. And there came a point where I said, okay, executive decision, it's time to make it. It's not going to happen. And here it is. And I'm going to just enjoy the rest of the afternoon and what's available to me, because that is what's being presented. And that is an aspect of keeping wellness, right? Keeping on target with the things that are going to be important to you. So I could have been completely stressed out. I could have kept pushing and pushing and pushing beyond the brink. And I mean, what's the point in that? There's no point in that. We have to be able to balance. So I'm just noticing there's a bunch of comments here. So I'm going to check in for a second. I see Helen says hi, and she's having tea. Thank you. With a clove. Ooh, very interesting. And self-care is more important now more than ever. It really is. Right now, especially because of all the craziness we came out of last year and everything that just keeps happening. It's really, really paramount that you check in. And again, I'm going to say that we reconnect, that we rejuvenate, and that we replan, right? We restart. So having a fresh start and getting clarity on what's next. And sometimes you need to step away. Have you ever created a document or an email or a graphic, and you're working, this happens to me in website design, right? I'm working really hard on a page or in a graphic or something, and should I do 8 points or 9-point font, or should I do 22 pixels or 23 pixels, and you go back and forth, and these are like these tiny little things that make a difference in the overall picture, but you can't see it clearly after a while. After you've been staring it down, your eyes kind of start missing the details, right? You don't necessarily see the picture for what it is in front of you. So you know what you do. You take a break. You take a step back. You say, you know what, I'm going to table this. I'm going to go do something else. I'm going to do the dishes. I'm going to take a walk in nature. Or I'm going to read a book. I'm going to take a shower. I'm going to go work out, whatever it is. You're able to give your mind a rest from that particular project. And when you come back, what happens? Go ahead and put in the comments. What happens? You know what happens, right? You can all of a sudden see more clearly the things that you couldn't see before. And that to me is what this wellness month is about. That's what August is like. There's this, I'm going to sit on the beach, and my phone doesn't work on the beach all of a sudden. And I'm just going to watch my kids play in the beach if you have children, or I'm going to go for a swim. I'm just going to take in the breeze. And all of the other things will be there when you get back, of course. And you'll be able to see them more clearly, handle them more appropriately, maybe even have a new way, a new solution, a new approach to something that had been kind of on your mind or bogging you down. And so um, I'm thinking that, you know, the back to school, right? There's all this back to school coming up. It's kind of lurking. It's not here yet. We're still having summer fun, but back to school is almost a back to work, right? It puts everything back into routine. And that brings me to one of my announcements. So next week, I have a very special guest who's going to be on the show. We're going to be talking about wellness in your fitness life. And we're going to be talking about setting up routines, your AM routines and your PM routines, and planning out your week with your fitness wellness, your fitness and wellness, so that you're setting yourself up for success. And so I hope that you'll stay with me because I still have another announcement, but also that you'll be on with us next week for my special guest, Helen Raptopoulos. I'm so excited to have Helen as my guest, and we're going to have a great conversation, and we're going to have lots of juicy tips and how-tos and real tangible things that you can take and run with and do right in your life, because that's my MO. My MO is to give you things that you can use right away in your life, immediately, with little to no expense or resources, things that you can implement right today on your own. And then we can talk about what comes next. What do you need to invest in? Do you need something more? Was that enough? Those kind of things. But these shows that I'm doing, this is about giving you the tools and the resources so that you can be empowered. So, you know, I say in the beginning of the show, I want to inspire, motivate, and empower you. But the empowerment piece is giving you the tools and resources and talking through all of the other things so that you feel inspired, that you have a desire with motivation, and that you have everything you need to feel confident to go do the thing. And next week, we are going to be doing that with your routines with Helen. And I'm going to check in on the comments here. Thank you, Helen. I'm actually going to put this here. Is saying that so great that I didn't let it stress me out. Thank you. Yeah, we had to let it go, just let it go and enjoy the day. And I'm super excited to have you on the show next week as well. So I also want to remind you, I did something super exciting. In my world, creating something digital is like fire under my arse. I love it. I stay up all night and I get creative and I build stuff. And so I built something really cool for you. And all you have to do to get this thing, which I'm going to give a full announcement next week, I'm going to give absolute direct links and all the details. It's, by the way, it's free. I'm not selling anything right now. I'm just telling you that I made something really cool that I'm super excited about, because that's the thing that gets me excited, is creating digital programs. And this one's for free. And it looks like something happened here. Facebook stopped my broadcast. Okay, so I'm gonna have to see if you guys are still connected with me. I hope so. Okay, I'm just going to keep going. Hopefully you're still with me. So I'm going to be sharing the official opening of my new creation next week. It is free for you as long as you become part of my Goodies group. If you have already joined my Goodies group, my free group for all the musings and the fun things that I create in this series, in this show, then you're already set. You'll get the announcement and the link. If you're not part of my Goodies group yet, go to pattyrose.com/goodies, GOODIES, and go ahead and sign up. It's free, and you get all of my episodes, and you get all of the things that I create that comes out of these great conversations. And you get anything that is like a swag bag, right? So anything that my my guests offer, anything that I create after a show when I see a need through conversation, and then I create stuff for that. And I just keep building this library of resources that will empower you to become clear, to be inspired, to have the tools and resources you need to build the business that you have in your heart, and so that you can share your unique zone of genius as a multi-passionate creative. And there's only upside, right? There's only upside. So I'm going to check in here. I'm really hoping that you guys are still connected. We shall see. Give me 1 second, everybody, as I got this notification. Okay, so that's my goodies group. It looks like we're still connected. So I'm going to just wrap up here. I want to ask you before I do, what are you doing to reconnect and just got a text that I'm still on. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you. So what are you doing to reconnect and reset and re-motivate and rejuvenate, like all those re's? Like, what are you doing in this month of August that we're just calling Wellness Month, right? We talked in the last few episodes about your fitness and your nutrition and how those things fuel how you show up in business. And one of the things that's super important to me is weight training and working out, because for me personally, weight training builds confidence. There's a confidence that you get from picking up heavy things that I get from picking up heavy things. But whatever that is for you, I'm encouraging you to find it. Is it dance? Is it hardcore workout? Is it hardcore cardio, weight training with dumbbells? Is it a gym membership? What is it for you? So if you're with me and you have something that really gets you moving and reconnects you so that you make clear decisions, that you feel confident, that you're feeling like you're taking care of your wellness, and that helps you show up for your business, because we're all connected, right? Everything's connected. So personally, for me, I'm very, very kinesthetic. You probably know my background is in dance and fitness. I spent my first entire career teaching dance and working as a personal trainer and group fitness and dance classes and working out a couple times. There was points where I worked out more than once a day, but I would teach classes all day and then I would go to the gym for my own workout. So it's a very, very important part of how I understand my inner connection and my drive and my how I find my confidence, how I get my confidence, how I show up. And so I encourage you to figure that out for you. What's the thing in your wellness category that's going to give you those pieces? And if you haven't seen our shows in the previous 5 or 6 weeks, we talk about these things in depth. Confidence and consistency and showing up and clarity and focus, and all of those are things that are, in my opinion, part of the overall wellness that we create in our lives. Journaling, meditating, moving your body, putting good, healthy things into your mind, listening to things that are uplifting and motivating. All of those things are things that can bring about your overall wellness. And that we're going to call it a well, can overflow in healthy mind, body, soul attitude that will just seep into your business. So I'm going to check in here one more time, and I'm getting notifications from everybody that I'm still connected. Thank you so much, you guys. I appreciate it. I did freeze for a second. No problem. We're back. And so the most important thing I want you to remember is that you can go get all the resources. And I have a big announcement coming next week, which I'm super I'm just really, really, I want to say excited, but I feel very grounded, right? So this is something that I am excited about, but I am totally feet on the ground moving forward because I'm confident that this is something that's good for you and will be helpful for you. And so stay tuned, get on my goodies list so that you can get notified right away, pre-launch. Again, I built something amazing for the goodies group that is no charge, and I want you to have it. So go ahead and get on the goodies group. Get in the goodies group. Also, stay tuned for next week when Helen and I are talking about all things wellness for routine and fitness and your how to plan out your week. So I'm going to check in one last time, see if anybody has anything amazing, or if you have any questions, or if you have anything amazing you want to share, go ahead and pop it in, and then we'll chat. Let's see. Helen says she does a reset with a 10-day smoothie cleanse. Oh yes, yeah, that's a good one. And she does a morning review and reflection routine, and it's feeling really good right now. I love that. I love that so much. And you know what? I just saw something yesterday that reminded me to get into writing my gratitude journal nightly. I used to write it every night, and I've been practicing this year pretty much, just talking to myself, like out loud verbal gratitude practice throughout my day, which is very helpful. But I did decide that I want to start writing it again. You know what I saw? You know who I saw posted? Geraldine Cooper Smith, who was on the show last week. Not last week, because I missed last week, but the last episode, Geraldine Cooper Smith was my guest, and she shared something about her gratitude journal. So I'm thinking I'm going to start doing the written gratitude journal again. And just to close up, I want to tell you my thinking, because we've been traveling a lot, and we were on the island, and then we had all this time away. And now that I'm settled back home for a while, my thinking is we have 4.5 months before the end of this year. And I know right around like July came, and there were a lot of emails and posts and things people were saying, you got 6 months. What are you going to do for the next 6 months? And I'm thinking, you're going to have this little bit of a wishy-washy, relaxed summertime, very likely for the next couple of weeks, and then it's going to hit. And you have 4 months. What is it that you want to make happen in the next 4 months? Right now it's 4.5 months, right? But what is it that you want to make happen in your life and in your business? Start letting that question sit in your mind, and your inner thoughts and your inner desires will lead you to some answers in the process. So we're going to talk more about that. I thank you all for being here. Thank you so much. I am so glad to have you. I am Patty Rose. This was the Patty Rose Show. This is our wellness series, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Take care. Bye.